Alright guys, how's it going? Day number 2 today. Woke up feeling pretty good. It's super cold here in Brisbane, so it was pretty tough getting up to do anything, but I managed to get up and take myself for about a 25-minute cardio walk. Just a pretty brisk walk around a few blocks around here. Heart rate was sitting at about 120 the whole time, and that's all you really need to aim for. Just about to get into cooking breakfast before we head off to the clinic. I just want to make a quick mention on cardio. If you haven't been doing cardio for quite some time, or you're wanting to start jumping into things too quickly, you're not going to have anywhere to go. So for instance, if I started off out of nowhere doing no cardio, and then I just started walking for an hour and a half a day, then once my body is used to that and I'm losing fat because of that, if I want to continue to lose fat, I'll have to walk for more than an hour and a half a day. Or the same with running or sprinting or any form of cardio. So if you haven't been doing it for a while, the best thing is to start off slow. I can tell you from experience, there are a number of times I've started off too quickly and ended up with shin splints and all other kinds of problems. So 25 minutes isn't much, but that'll be building up to 45 minutes probably, and then I'll start to do a little bit of a run in there as well, and take the time back down and start building it up again. Anyway, we'll see you at breakfast. Alright guys, so breakfast, we've just got about a teaspoon of coconut oil just in here, getting nice and warm. And then I've got some eggs, bacon and capsicum that I prepared last night. So there's about one whole ration of bacon in there, half the capsicum and 5 eggs. So we're just going to pop them in and we'll get that going. Alright guys, so this is what breakfast ended up looking like. As you can see, half an avocado, 5 eggs, 1 ration of bacon and half a capsicum. Alright guys, just a quick video before we leave on coffee. So we've just got Nescafe here, blend 43. I've got about just over a teaspoon here of coconut oil, so I'm just going to pop that in. And then we're just going to use about a tablespoon or so of cream. Sorry about the video. And then, yeah, really that's it. Just hot water, and tastes amazing. Good source of fats in there. Should pick you up for the day as well. That's how I like to have it anyway. Alright guys, long day at the clinic. Finished at about 5 something today, so just a quick gym session this afternoon. Just finished, so having a post-workout shake, same as yesterday, 1 scoop, Optimum Nutrition, 100% whey, gold standard. A little bit about yesterday's workout, just because I didn't talk much about it. It was chest and shoulders, so I just basically did chest press, 3 sets of 8, incline bench press, 3 sets of 8, shoulder press, 3 sets of 8, lateral raises, 3 sets of 15, we did some shrugs, 3 sets of 15, and then I think finished off with some abdominals. Today on the other hand, we did just back, so managed to pump out a fair few different exercises. So we did seated row, 3 sets of 8, bent over row, 3 sets of 8, a rear dumbbell fly, 3 sets of 15, 2 variations of lat pull down on the machine and on the cables, and they were both 3 sets of 8, sorry. Then we finished off with some Roman chair back extensions, supersetted with Supermans on the ground, and they were both 3 sets of 10. So overall, hit pretty much all of the back. Managed to do it in just under an hour. Finished off the hour with just 5 minutes of cardio, just walking on the treadmill, just a bit of a warm down. So yeah, we'll see you at dinner. Alright guys, so just come home from the gym. About an hour after the gym, decided to have some food I didn't get to eat today at work. So if you saw yesterday's video, I had those little cheese, chorizos and cheese. Didn't get to eat them today at work because I didn't get an afternoon break. So I just ate them just an hour ago. I also didn't get to drink my protein shake or have my peanut butter for my mid-morning snack. So what I did do is just threw my peanut butter in with my lunch meal and didn't worry about the protein shake. So my post-workout protein shake made up for that protein miss anyway. And then I've just got dinner here ready now. So basically we've got just 6 spears of asparagus, 1 little thing of garlic, and about 135 grams of chicken breast. So that'll pretty much cover it for the night, unless I feel like a little snack later. But I'll let you guys know for that. In terms of how much carbs and stuff I have been having, my fitness or my life sum that I'm tracking everything on isn't counting carbs as fiber, so it's saying it's over, but I'm not too worried. I'm mainly focused on the protein and fat, and just knowing myself that I haven't been having any sugars, haven't been having any carbohydrates of excess over. I've generally been saying anything under 1 gram per serving is pretty good. So that's how that's been going. My training, I don't know if I mentioned earlier, but it's a shoulders and chest, back, legs, and then arms split. So 4 days with a little bit of abs in between those. And then yeah, so tomorrow will be legs day. Today's day 2. So far not feeling any less energy or feeling worse off from this keto diet. I'm expecting day 3 is the day when you go into your deepest or fall into ketogenesis. So tomorrow will be the telltale whether or not I'm going to experience any different signs. But I think a lot of it is in the mind, and if you have the right mindset going into things, I think that you can have just as much energy. For instance, when I competed 2 years ago, I was on a very low carb diet for me, which at the time was under 100 carbohydrates grams per day, where now I'm on next to none, so less than 30. And when I was on under 100, I found it quite difficult, but I was still functional, still training just as hard. Still competed, stepped on stage, everything was awesome. So this is just like a step further to that, and yeah, I can't really see why it should affect me too much, but we'll see as we go through the next few days. Alright guys, so just feeling a little bit hungry, and not a lot of calories left in my plan to eat today. So perfect snack for you guys. I've known about this for a long time, although haven't really implemented it well, is jelly. So jelly light, it says low sugar. When you actually look at the packet, 1.5 grams of protein, 0.1 grams of carbohydrates, with 0.0 grams of sugar. So it's actually no sugar. It's got a little bit of sodium in there as well, which is awesome, trying to keep electrolytes up and hold a bit more fluid while going through this ketogenesis, because it's pretty well known that ketogenesis causes fluid loss, and you can get easily dehydrated. So I've already, that was the orange flavored jelly. I've already got some I prepared earlier here. I'm pretty much just gonna eat as much as I want of this stuff. Like, it's got nothing in it. I think it's 7 calories per 125 grams. So I won't eat the whole bowl, but I'll have a generous helping, and that'll be my food for the night. Alright guys, so just smashed down that jelly. It was good. Amazing actually for a sugar-free jelly. I recommend it to anyone who is either in a comp prep, is on a low carb diet, is trying ketogenesis, or just wants to stop craving sugary foods. That is a go-to food, okay? So like I said, nothing in it. If anything that's in it, it's protein, so it's only going to increase your daily protein intake, which is super good. So overall that put me at 59 grams of carbs today, although I've calculated that 47 of those were in fiber. So I've only actually had excuse me, 12 grams of actual carbs today, supposedly, 150 grams of protein and 206 grams of fat. So still having a little bit of carbs, but you can see that the fat is the predominant source there, and hopefully that'll be enough to promote ketogenesis as the days roll on. So yeah, just wanting to say a little bit about meal timings and preparation. So you always prepare to have a certain amount of meals per day. So you might say, right, I'm going to have 6 meals, this certain day. However, it may not always work out that way depending on your job. So for instance, today I was in the clinic, I didn't get morning tea, didn't get afternoon tea, so there was a fairly big gap between when my breakfast and lunch was. So I just combined my first meal, my morning tea, with my lunch and had a bigger meal. And then if I missed my afternoon tea, which I did, I combine that meal with my dinner or have it when I get home. So as long as your calories in versus calories out at the end of the day are equal, or are, depending on what you want to do, negative for weight loss or positive for weight gain, you're going to get results. So it's not all about, yes, you have to eat 5-6 meals a day, but if you're eating and you're eating the right amount of calories per day, you can get awesome results. So that sort of brings in the topic of fasting and intermittent fasting. So at day 14, so 2 weeks into this ketogenic diet, I will be starting fasting. I probably could start it now, although it is a bit difficult for me being at the clinic to have that first meal a lot later, because I need to cook for most of it, which is the eggs. So if you were going to be doing intermittent fasting, I recommend starting at an 8-hour eating window. So basically my way is I'm going to start eating at 10 o'clock in the morning, I'm going to finish eating at 6 o'clock at night, and that leaves the other 18 hours of the day fasting. And then as the weeks progress, you can tighten up that eating window down to 7, 6, 5, 4 potentially, where you literally eat all of your calories for the day inside that eating window, and that'll put you in a deeper state of ketogenesis in the fast. So that's something to think about. Keep your eye out for day 14 when I do start that, and just purely because I'm on a 2-week basis at the clinic, so it's not really going to work out practically for me to eat like that.